there, welcome to another episode of Galaxy Gardens. My name is Chrissy and today we have a bunch of strawberries, so we're going to be making some strawberry preserves. We grew some strawberries in our yard and those are great, we already ate them, but we wanted to stop by the farm down the way and pick up some more so we can have some come winter. And we're going to be picking up more strawberries than this, so this is just the start. So we're going to use these strawberries plus our very modest rhubarb harvest because I almost killed all of our rhubarb last year and they came back, but they're small. So we have a little bit of rhubarb that we're going to put in. And I'm not sure the variety of these strawberries, but the rhubarb is Victoria rhubarb. So let's go check it out. Step one, we're gonna wash all these strawberries and then we gotta cut all the green bits off and then we're gonna be mixing it with sugar. You can use any kind of sugar for this. I'm using this because that's what I found at the store when I realized we didn't have any sugar. And we're using the Ball Book of Preserving for this recipe. I'll pull that out. We're gonna see how many cups of strawberries we actually end up with, because that's going to determine how much sugar we use, and we might need to adjust our recipe a little bit. We have all of our strawberries washed, so I wanted to show you. We're using this book, page 151, Strawberries and Syrup. So the recipe is 16 cups of strawberries, 2-3 cups of sugar. You let it macerate. You don't necessarily need to do it for that long, but you can. And then you heat it up to heat up the strawberries. We're gonna put it in some sterilized jars and we're gonna water bath can it. We're using quart jars for 15 minutes. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get to cutting everything up and we'll be back. All right, we got our big bowl of strawberries. Now we have to measure them out into the pan that we are going to eventually be heating up, excuse me. And then we're gonna add some sugar to it. So you can see we have a lot of strawberry tops as scraps. And you can compost them, that's fine. A couple other things you could do just off the top of my head is make strawberry vinegar. You can feed it to your chickens. You could also, try burying them and growing more strawberries. And these are pretty good strawberries, so we can just add them to our collection. I don't know what variety they are, but hey, it's worth seeing if the experiment will work. So that's what I'm gonna do with these. And we're gonna bring the rest over to our pot. All right, we got everything set up here, so let's see how many cups of strawberries we actually have. doesn't say in the book how packed these cups need to be, so I'm gonna do as best I can. Nice. I'm just reading this. So it says 16 cups hold strawberries. Now, a couple of those cups I put in were pretty full. So I think we're actually maybe even like a tiny bit above what they're asking for. So 16 cups, 2 to 3 cups granulated sugar. So I'm gonna go on the safer side and do 3. We'll see how it tastes. I'll put 2 in and we'll see how it tastes. All right, we're gonna coat everything, let it sit. Now I've been reading online that you can leave them in the sugar mixture from anywhere from like 30 minutes to I think almost 48 hours. This particular recipe says 5 to 6 hours. And unfortunately, I just don't have that kind of time, and I'm open to taking risks, I guess. If you're gonna be making this at home with your family, just follow the book. Do it when you got like a whole day where you can like get it started in the morning and just come back to it. So let's add our sugar in, and then we'll leave it for an hour, I guess. See how it does. Start with this. See how far we get. I think we'll probably add in the other cup. By the way, if you ever have some strawberries that you get and they're just not tasting that good, but you want to use them for like strawberry shortcake, just cut them up and a little sugar, let them sit for like 20 minutes. Be good to go. I'd use a bigger pot for this, but our bigger pot is we're using a water bath, so. I think that just about does it. We'll give this a taste. If we need to add some more, we'll add some more. Otherwise, I think we are good. There you go. We settled on 2.5 cups of sugar. So I'm gonna let that sit. We're gonna go ahead and make some dinner, and that's gonna be good. After that, we'll come back. Just check the book. So we started with 4 quarts of strawberries, plus a little bit of sugar in there. So it says it should make about 4 quarts of preserves, which makes sense because that's what we started with. So we'll see how many we can do. I might actually do some pint jars if I can find them in the cupboard. Otherwise we'll just do some quart jars, and this is super easy. I kind of want to go get some more strawberries to do this, but it'd be nice to have on hand later on. So we'll come back to this pretty soon. And we're back. We have the strawberries, we're heating them up. We don't need to bring them to a boil, we just need to warm them so they can go in the jars. And we're working on sterilizing our jars. So it's almost time to get them canning. Not taking out the pressure canner for this, but these are definitely heating up. So you can see the longer they sit in the sugar, the more they break down. I got a leaf in there, that's okay. So you get more liquid the longer it's in there. This is fine, so we're just gonna warm this up. And we'll come back when it's time to fill the jars. We have this all ready to go. All our stuff is sterilized. Our strawberries are nice and hot. Sugar's all melted. It's exactly what we want. So let's turn this off. It's a pretty easy process. Just gonna get a ladle with berries. Bring it over. But in the jar, we're gonna do a 1/2 inch headspace. You want a decent amount of strawberries to liquid. That's pretty much it. So let's get these all filled up and we'll come back. Well, this certainly is not 4 quarts. It is 3. So I have some white vinegar on a clean rag. It's going around it. Make sure there's no residue. So that's what we got. This is what we have left over. So I'm gonna cool this down and just put it in the fridge. And we'll have that on some ice cream later this week. That'll be really tasty. Now I've done canning videos before. Pretty much just put the lid on after you wipe your rim, because you want to have a good seal. And then you're just gonna put the rings on until they are finger tight. You don't want to strong arm them. So I'll come back and just tighten those a little bit more. But you don't want to strong arm them. And then we're just gonna put them right back into here. All right, so we're gonna bring this water back up to a boil with the lid on. All of our jars are covered. They have at least 1 inch or 2 of water above them, and we're gonna process them once it comes back up to a boil. So for the pints, we'll have them in there for 10 minutes and then we'll take them out. And the quarts, we'll have them in there for 15 minutes and then we'll take them out. And that's pretty much it. So I thought I'd show you this because we had some left over. I wanted to try it. And I already tried a piece of rhubarb and it didn't soften up that much, so it's still pretty good. I think if I had bigger rhubarb pieces, I'd probably, maybe try to cook it down a little bit. I don't know. But strawberries come out really good. This would be really good on like a lot of things. Ice cream, strawberry shortcake, pancakes. I don't know if you can see. How much is that in focus? I'll get a close up. But it's really good. Really good liquid. Really easy. Just did this in a night. We're gonna get some more strawberries and make some more preserves. There you go, a little close up of sugar. Some of the strawberries are a little bit bruised, but that's okay. So it's definitely, you know, it's not jam, it's not jelly, it's just strawberries and syrup. And they're really tasty. Very, very easy recipe to do. While I'm waiting for the cans to finish, I wanted to show you another recipe you could do if you don't want a final product that has such a runny liquid to it. This one might be for you. Same book, page 72, strawberries on top preserves. So they add in some pectin. So it's not quite a jam, but it definitely, I guess you could call it like more like a thicker gel consistency. This would be something if you want to put on like strawberry shortcake and you don't want it to get like, what's the word? Soggy. Anyway, so that is an alternative recipe you could use. Go ahead and screenshot it if you want it, or get the book. This is not an advertisement. I am not sponsored, but it's a pretty good book. There you have it. All of your strawberries and syrup. Now as they cool down, you'll see the strawberries go down just a little bit. So we're gonna leave the rings on for now, and we're gonna let them sit and cool for the next 24 hours. After they cool down, we're gonna take the rings off and we're gonna do a tap test. In this time, you're probably gonna hear them ping. Usually within the next hour, but sometimes it can take till it cools down some more. And that's how we know the lids have sealed. So tomorrow, we're gonna take the rings off, we're gonna test our seals, make sure they're good, label them, and put them away. And they look really good. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a good night. I forgot my tripod, but welcome back. Let's check on these strawberry preserves. So we took the rings off. We're doing our tap test. Also pulling on your lids. And they all appear to have a good seal, which is great. So you can see the actual strawberries and liquid separated. If that bothers you, you can absolutely like shake it up and it'll look fine. So like, it's not gonna hurt the seal. And there you go. All mixed back together. Looks good. So I'll get these all labeled and we're gonna put them in our cabinet, put them away. Now, I've mentioned this before and I'll mention it again. You do not want to store your canned items with the ring tied on. The reason for that is it can create a false seal where your contents actually aren't sealed, and then it's bad news bears, okay? You don't want that. So take the ring off. The lid should just form a vacuum seal on their own. And these preserves are probably gonna be good at least a year. We'll probably eat them before then though. Thanks for joining me today while I made these strawberry preserves. We have some more cooking videos for you in the future, as well as we're gonna deal with all of our dried goods behind me here. But I appreciate you being here. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and click, I think it's like a little bell. You can get notifications when we post new videos. Or if you go to the link in the description, you can check us out on social media and you can get even more up-to-date stuff about what we're doing, what's coming in, and even more tips. So we'll see you next time.